Pleasure to see you all once again. My name is 20SidedSeth's, Seth, and this is my top 5 games of 2016. Now, I got about 3 rules before we begin. So, number 1, some of these games may not have come out in 2016. It's simply the year I played them was 2016. They may not have come out that year, so whatever. Just remember that. Yeah, rule number 2. Okay, here's the thing. All the games on this list are important to me. Okay, all 5 of them. And yes, I did put them from 1 to 5, and one I most enjoyed to one I least enjoyed. But here's the thing, that is constantly shifting for me. Number 5 might be number 1 next week. Number 2 might be number 4. It's just whatever. It's constantly moving around. So don't be super mad if a game you thought should be higher or should be lower is in the position it is. It's simply where it ended up. And of course,
rule number 3: I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
Number 5. The number 5 spot goes to Divinity's Reach Enhanced Edition. Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Edition Enhanced. Oh boy. This is a game that came out a while ago, but back then my PC couldn't run it. I was like, well, crap, I was going to put you on the back burner. So I did put it on the back burner. Fast forward a couple years, and all of a sudden I'm sitting here running through the PlayStation Store, and all of a sudden it's like, check that out. It's on sale, and I want it. So I bought it. And right now, me and Jace are actually going through it on our channel, doing an LP of it. I love this game. I think this was a fantastic interpretation of tabletop gaming, D&D, stuff like that. Even up there with Baldur's Gate for me. Only difference is you didn't really have to understand D&D to play this game, unlike Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Another thing that really gets me is that you can use combat, like certain combat abilities outside of combat. So like one of the first things you see is a ship's on fire. What do? Freaking cast water spell, cast rain, all of a sudden, boom, everybody's happy. It's a good day. It's not on fire anymore. One of the things though that I would have liked to have seen for is 4-player co-op. Now there is couch co-op, which I appreciate more than anything, but I would have really enjoyed it if you could have had 2 people on each console and work together as a full party. That would have been awesome for me. That would have really brought the D&D experience all the way home, but still a fantastic game with a fantastic story that seems like it's going to be very stereotypical with, oh, there's murder, people died, oh, that sucks. But it takes a hard right turn right off the bat, and I'm not going to say anymore. I enjoyed the hell out of it. The combat was fun. It's a good game. Go check it out. If it's on sale right now, I'm positive. All right, moving on. Number 4, yeah. Number 4 goes to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Now, before we begin, I just want to say, this game is a nostalgic trip of the best kind, and it's kind of one of the reasons why it's as high up here as it is. I grew up, like a lot of us, with the Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball cartoon, anime, if you will, and this game just kind of encompasses all of the things you loved about it. The fighting, the characters, just the over-the-top craziness, and I love the first one quite a bit. But this one, honestly, this one's just kind of a better version of the first game. Somebody asked me, one of my coworkers earlier, whether or not they should get Dragon Ball 1 and then play 2, and I said no, just play Xenoverse 2, because honestly there's not a whole lot of reason to play the first one. The second one's just a better version. They do the trainers better, they do all the new moves, more content. It's just a better version of the first game. There really is, that's what it is. It feels like a big expansion. I don't even know if I'd say it feels like a brand new game as much as just big old overhaul. But it's still good. It's good combat. The combat feels good. The character customization's done. There's tons of moves. There's tons of items. Tons of costumes. There's tons of everything. Tons of cool trainers that you've seen throughout the stories. Some in just from the freaking movies that are just kind of showed up like freaking coolers in here, for God's sakes. As I said when I first started, it is just a nostalgic trip of the highest order. If you've never watched Dragon Ball Z before, I don't think I can suggest this game to you, because while the gameplay is good, I'd honestly give it maybe like a 7 out of 10 if it was just the gameplay, if I didn't know anything about it. But it's the story, it's the characters, it's the moments, it's the cool training crap. It's all the stuff that, training with Goku, with Frieza, with all these people, that's what makes the game for me. If I didn't know about that kind of stuff, if I didn't have that emotional attachment to those characters, honestly, this game wouldn't be nearly as fun. But because it is, I gotta put it in here. This is one of the ones, honestly, that's fluctuating quite a bit with me because, like I said, the gameplay is good. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's just that, that giddiness I get when playing the game that really keeps it high on my list. Nonetheless, though, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, I highly suggest checking it out. It is a good time. Multiplayer's fun. It's just, there's a lot to do, even after the post-main story. Woo, number 3, woo. Number 3 goes to Final Fantasy 15. Now, I'm not going to go super in-depth on this game since I already did a full review of it, which you can go check out on our channel right now and explains better why I enjoyed this game. But to put it bluntly, this is a fun game. This is a fun road trip with your bros. This is a good game. I was really happy with it. It's one of the few games I've seen that, you know, it took a long time to make and didn't come out completely crap. I'm just saying. All of you out there. Nonetheless, good game. Check it out. Check out the review. More details. Moving on. Number 2, because this is the runner-up. This did a good job. Number 2 is going to go to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh my god. I cannot lie. I was on the hype train for this game since day one, watching every single freaking YouTube trailer, reveal, whatever. This game is spectacular. This is the overhaul that the Pokemon series has needed. In all honesty, even when X and Y came out, it was still the same formula. New art style, new 3D, which is awesome, but it was still the same formula of 8 gyms, 4 freaking champions. There's a story in between there somewhere, but it didn't have any difference. But anyway, if you were to ask me about Sun and Moon, I can tell you every freaking detail, because the sorry, my bad, trial captains, as it's no longer just a straight battle. Yes, there's battling involved because it's Pokemon, but there's mini games and fun little stuff. Honestly, one of my favorites was the Ghost Trial. I'm not going to say anything about that. For those of you who have played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so cool. You're kind of, every time you get on that island, they build up the kahunas. The kahunas are the top battlers on each one of these islands, so when you finally get to them, you're super pumped about it. All the new Pokemon look fantastic. I honestly am going through my second playthrough right now just because I wanted to try a whole new team. I've touched a couple of the older Pokemon, but I've been wanting to try out the new ones, see what new moves they have, see what new abilities, see what their evolutions are. This was the breath of fresh air Pokemon needed, and I can't go back. I have no idea what the next one's going to be or when the next one's going to be, but they cannot go back to that standard formula. They've done something to kind of unlock a new possibilities for Pokemon that makes me incredibly excited for the future. I love this game, and we're moving on to my next one though. And at number 1 we have is Dark Souls 3. I love Dark Souls. Oh my god. First time I played that game through, I had never felt a euphoria like that in my entire life. And, well, I haven't had quite the same euphoria in 2, that's for sure. 3, oh, it brought it back. It brought it back in a fantastic way. This was the send-off the Dark Souls games needed. Well, of course, they're making another one, which, I don't know, that's up in the air, but I really hope they just kind of make a brand new series. I heard that they might be. One of the guys is actually working with the dudes from Berserk. That sounds badass as fuck. But, nah, that's just... it's talk right now. We don't have any hard evidence, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna assume this is it, and I hope it's it, because the game, that final boss fight and everything, it just wrapped it all up. Everything was wrapped up for me. You know, the game felt like the final evolution, if I was to put it in that way. I like that there was a mana bar now instead of simply just having, you know, uses. I like the sword arts. I think that's a cool idea. Some people were worried that since you couldn't really choose what like weapons to dual wield, like you only had like certain weapon sets that would allow you for you to dual wield, that it would be taking something away. But in all honesty, no. I like this way fucking better. This was great. All the weapons you could dual wield felt cool, like they were designed that way, you know what I mean? All the new spells were cool. My only big iffy was that I feel like faith builds kind of got crapped on, but the DLCs are doing better about fixing that, so whatever. And it's just Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls. This was a good game. 2 was okay, but it left me wanting more, better stuff. And then Dark Souls 3 came out and it felt like that gritty return to what I originally loved about the series. It does pay homage a lot to 1, and it is kind of doing some of that fan service crap, but I still love the hell out of it. The new covenants were cool. The new story was cool. The new NPCs were way fucking better than 2. This was just the final goodbye Dark Souls needed. That's why it's my number 1 game of 2016 as of right now. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I was a little late, but I honestly didn't want to pump this out till after 2016 ended because I got some games for Christmas and I didn't know if maybe those would jump onto my list. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your 2017 is going fantastic. I know we've been gone for a long time. You know, we had Christmas break, we were all with our family, it's just kind of relaxing, and I personally have been trying to figure out where to take the channel next. I know we haven't been around for very long. Honestly, a lot of our stuff has been, you know, exploring, experimenting, figuring out what we enjoy doing, but I can't wait to see what 2017 holds, and I hope you'll be there with us. Good night, everybody.